Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and today I want to talk to you about 3 materials for your Cricut that you didn't know you needed. All right, so when you first get a Cricut cutting machine, I'm willing to bet that one of the first things you think of cutting is paper. All of the different paper projects you can create, and those really are fun and exciting. And probably the second thing, if you're like me, is vinyl. You think of all of the t-shirts and all of the tumblers and all of the things that you can create with vinyl as well. But I'm here to remind you that there are so many different products that you can cut with your Cricut. And I wanted to highlight 3 products that you probably didn't know that you needed, but now you do, to enhance all different kinds of projects that you are working on. Today, we're going to talk about felt, faux suede, and clear acetate sheets. I'm going to show you a quick project with each of these materials, and I think you're really going to want to check it out and enjoy it and see how you can just expand your crafting skills in a variety of ways using some different materials. I want to thank Cricut for sponsoring this video. It's going to be great. I will link everything that I end up using down in the description box below. Otherwise, let's go. All right, so we are going to start with felt. All you have to do to start looking for project ideas, if you're wanting to try a specific material, is type in that material. You can search in the exploration. You see some different images. You see projects that you have done in the past. There is a Halloween costume I created. That one was super fun. You can see Cricut projects that have been approved by Cricut on here, and then community projects, things other people have made. I'm actually going to click view all on the Cricut projects and check out some of the pieces that I could bring in to my crafting. I think they are so fun and so just adorable. I think I'm going to look for some florals that I can add perhaps to lights, perhaps to something to really add a little bit of a spring feeling to my studio. I love these flower string lights. I'm going to click that. And you can see right here, those are gorgeous. You add them directly on to some of your lights, maybe in your room, on your patio, something like that. Very cute. Let's see what else there is to offer. All right, I think what we're going to give it a try today is this felt succulent. I'm going to click right there. It shows you the finished size. It is beautiful, and you don't even have to adjust anything. It is ready to go. It tells you exactly what you need, materials to cut, everything else. You need the fabric grip machine mat, rotary blade, and I think we're ready. So we're going to go ahead and click make it and get it ready to send to the machine. That is how easy it is. There are so many ways. Now, of course, you can go in and adjust it, and we will for some of the other projects we had. I'm going to go with matte and 12 by 12, confirm, and we're ready to go. And I'm going to cut out a few of these, put them together, and show you just how easy it is. Once you get to here, as you're using the different materials, you definitely want to search and make sure you have the correct materials. So I just click browse all materials, type in felt. Here we have right here, I am using just your standard felt. It's not craft bonded. It is just felt. And I'm going to go ahead and save that as a favorite because I know I'm going to, oh, maybe not. Maybe I'll come back to it. We're ready and done. For felt, you will want to use the fabric grip mat. That is the pink Cricut mat. It's always important to use the mats that are suggested with the materials because that's going to hold them in place most effectively. Now, the material I had selected on the Cricut was a dark green. We're going to change it up. We're going to use some of the brighter colors perhaps. So let's just get the sticky off the side and go with some different felts. Let's start with actually, I happen to very much dig this blue color, so we're going to put this on, make it nice and secure on the mat, and then take it over the Cricut. I'm going to cut out several different flowers, and then we're going to put them together. these flowers were super easy to put together. All you needed was hot glue. I added a little button detail just for fun, but you just stack them on top of each other. And then I'm going to add them to my Patreon board in my room just as an extra little bit of spring decor. I think it's fun that you can change these out. You could definitely make these smaller, include them on cards, on paper projects. Felt is such a fun texture to work with and adds a lot to any project. Next up is going to be faux suede. So I actually love using faux suede to embellish a lot of different paper projects. You can do flowers. You can cut out all different kinds of things with faux suede. Today we're going to create an embellishment for a planner cover, a very nice planner cover that I want to just add a little extra something to. So we're going to go to images right here, and then I'm going to type in faith. And there's all of these different beautiful renderings with the word faith in them. I'm actually going to choose this one right here. So, so pretty. Adding it to my canvas. Very, very simple. Pretty small, but I think that's going to be appropriate. Maybe just a little bit bigger. That ought to do it. So, beautiful. Written out the word faith. I'm going to click Make It. We're going to use any material, confirm, continue, and then we're going to look up faux suede when it comes up. Again, you're always wanting to double check those material settings just to make sure that you have all of the right pieces in there. Let's look it up right here, faux suede. There we go. We want to use, when you see the little C over here, that is the Cricut brand material. Those are great to make sure you're using the Cricut brands because all of the testing and the settings and everything has already been determined. So it makes it really, really simple when you're cutting. All right, now it gives you very specific instructions. Move the star wheels all the way to the right. When the cut is complete, return them back. I'll show you how that works. Let's get going. Here are the star wheels that it's talking about. It says to just move them all the way to the right. So we're going to slide them over just so that they are out of the way. It allows more room for material to kind of work through the Cricut, moving all of those. And we will be ready to load up our faux suede. And let's get to cutting. This is an element that I am trying out on top of my brand new Happy Planner cover for my Faith Planner. I thought it would be very pretty to add on just in the corner. You can see all you have to do, very carefully pull it off, and it's going to go right here. I kind of tried a couple of different ways. The reason I like this more than vinyl, the soft touch. It just feels like a high quality on top of the kind of faux leather feel of the cover. And so for me, it just makes more sense. I'm just going to use some Tombow adhesive to adhere it on. I'm checking to see if I like it. I can kind of do some trial and error. And then if I do end up really liking this element, then I can just use a more permanent liquid adhesive. But it just feels really soft on top of the cover. All right, now we are going to talk about using a material that I've never cut with on my Cricut, but I think is a fabulous idea, and that is acetate. We're going to create a project I've done with different materials. However, if you use acetate, you are able to reproduce this over and over, and that is creating a stencil. So I'm actually going to, I've started a new project. I'm going to click over here on images. Again, I put stencil in the search bar. It's just such a fabulous way. I love the resource. I love being able to look at all of these different project ideas that so many creatives have come up with, and I can pick one that I think will work well for me and what I'm looking for. There are great ones. How cute is this like seasonal one with the mushrooms? That is adorable. Love that. There are a lot of different options. I'm going to find one and add it to this particular acetate sheet. Oh, this one for sure. So we're going to add that to the canvas. And once it's added, I'm going to make it just a little bit larger because I like working with a little bit larger stencils. Now we are ready to make it for any material and it's ready to go. So let's continue on again. as I've said over and over again, you definitely want to check the material settings. So we are going to look up acetate on here and see if we can find it. There we go. We want to click this one, regular acetate, done, and we're ready to go. All right, just like the other projects, you just simply weed out your stencil. The acetate sheets have a clear film over the top, so you're gonna wanna make sure you take that off. This is so cool because I've done this. I've created stencils with vinyl. I've created stencils with paper. This one you're going to be able to reuse a ton of times, and I'm actually going to use it in an upcoming Bible journaling video, so stay tuned for that. How beautiful is that? I'm so excited to try to make more. All right, so what took me maybe an hour in real time is just resulting in 3 really cool projects that just go way beyond paper and vinyl. So I definitely encourage you to explore, look through your Cricut software, Cricut Design Access. There are so many great projects, and check out all of the different materials available from Cricut to really spice up your crafting, adding an extra little special touch. Let me know down in the comments below, what materials do you use most often with Cricut? I have heard from so many of you about some great projects that you've done. I love the inspiration, so thank you in advance for sharing those down in the comments below. I know that I enjoy them, and I know that everyone else likes reading those as well. I want to thank Cricut again for sponsoring this video. As always, I will link everything that I used down in the description box below, so you can be sure to check that out. I hope that you all have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.